Hey, good morning, Chase and Birdie listeners. It's Ryan.
It's Jonathan here.
Really?
Yep, that's same name.
I love it, man. We're back on the airwaves again for another special episode.
It feels so good. As much as I like talking to guests and getting to know them, I love this.
Right. It's real. It's raw.
It's you and
this is how we are every day. You know, two knuckleheads just doing it, chasing birdies.
So let's talk a little bit about the Chasing Birdies brand.
Yeah.
We see in the future it being a brand, and Ryan is designing some T-shirts to drop on the website that's going to be launching soon.
Correct. As we mentioned earlier in that other podcast, talked about this group out of Nashville that's helping us get up and running, bubble up. And so Jonathan and I, we kind of said, you know what, let's make a run at these T-shirts, guys. So we're going to have a Shopify store up here, I would say probably within the next 45 days, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. But let's talk about the T-shirt.
So we're going to have T-shirts.
We're going
to have Winston Collection accessories, head covers, rangefinder holders, towels, mugs. That's about it for now.
Correct.
But the T-shirt game, I think we can get a little creative with. And you know what? Maybe what we do with some of our followers is that we give them the ability to create a T-shirt maybe.
Yeah. T-shirt contest, not a wet T-shirt contest, maybe a wet T-shirt contest, but primarily speaking, a contest to help promote the T-shirts.
Yeah.
You know, with the use of your word, unbelievable, on such a high level throughout the first 2 or 3 episodes.
That's going to be one of the T-shirts.
Yeah. So Jonathan's, pretty pumped about it, and we are working on some other ideas right now to put out. But yeah, it's fun. This whole Chasing Birdies thing has really taken a little bit of a turn. The podcast is still in the inception period and still growing, but at the end of the day, we both see that there's potential above and beyond the podcast.
Yeah.
I
agree.
As you all know by now, Chasing Birdies is proud to be partners with Holderness and Bourne. Check them out online at hbgolf.com. Holderness and Bourne makes fabulous pieces that help you look good on the course, even if your game is not up to par. Check out their new arrivals now for this golf season. Also, head on over to chasingbirdies.com to get some custom Chasing Birdie gear from Holderness and Bourne. We'll continue to drop these pieces through every season. That's chasingbirdies.com and Holderness and Bourne at hbgolf.com.
You and I had a discussion the other day about tattoo. Do you want to fill out? I mean, because this the listeners can help us accomplish this goal.
Yeah. No.
I don't know if it's a goal.
No, it is a goal because I want to see it happen. So we had had a discussion about these tattoos. So Jonathan said, if we get 30,000 followers on Instagram by October, he'd get a tattoo of the Chasing Birdies logo on his ass. Now, the problem that I see with this is we are about 28,500 followers away from that goal, which is a great goal to try to reach within 6 months.
Well, I'm trying to set the bar a little high, and if it doesn't happen, then my ass stays clean.
Would you consider potentially, can we get maybe barter a little bit off that number if it gets close? Like, let's say we're in August and we have like 15,000 followers.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk. All right. I mean, we will definitely talk about this. Either way, there might be a Chasing Birdie somewhere on my body. Regardless, it's for the people and it's for content. So,
by the way, have you ever heard of this company called Extracurricular?
I have. Yeah.
I guess they're
a buddy of mine started that out in California, and he sent some swag.
Not bad, guys. Check it out, Extracurricular.
Cool T-shirts, cool hats. Well, Bud, you look great, man.
Dude, I feel great.
You look like you shaved a few off the tummy.
I did, man. I shaved 4 inches off. I got it going right now. know?
Well, it's a big summer for golf. It's a big summer for golf, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But we have some exciting news. Why don't we tell the people? We have an introduction to make.
So we're gonna oh, I can't even say this, but we are going to introduce our merch manager right now. Hopefully he's up. We're going to give him a buzz and let him hop on the podcast real quick. But Funna, as his name goes, Funnah, is instrumental in the logistics, the help of the ordering, the ideas. I mean, this guy does it all. And, we got to pay some type of homage to him for his help. So let me see if he'll.
He's working hard.
He is.
Or hardly working. Whatever. Either way, I don't even know what they say.
No, he's and I don't even look. Let's take a chance and see if he'll answer.
If it works out, great. If it doesn't,
yeah, let's just see if he'll pick it up. I mean, if not,
Hello.
Funna.
Yes, sir.
Funna, what's up, buddy?
What do you want?
Hey,
I mean,
well, first off, I just wanted to call to make sure you're up, which I had a good feeling you were up and getting at it, chasing your birdie today. You walking around? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to go to the office.
Bud, so tell us a little bit about this. You're kind of behind the scenes with chasing birdies, and I brought you out to the public through Instagram, and I've kind of made it clear. Now, obviously, you have other roles than the merch manager, right? But we're just simply putting that out there right now that you are instrumental in helping procure and make this transition from chasing birdies as a podcast to a whole apparel merch company. You want to elaborate a little bit on that?
You mean that I've worked for Pikewood Energy for 7 years, but you just pawn the merch off on me so it gets done?
yeah.
Because you guys aren't going to do it.
Yeah.
So somebody has to do it.
It makes me so happy that you're part of the team, bud.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I mean,
we got things to work on, on a personal level, but we'll be fine.
Yeah, you guys got to repair the relationship a little bit, but, I'm here to do that. I can be the mentor, the liaison between Funna and Peppy.
So do I still have to text you to get to Funna, or can I reach direct to you, Funna?
Oh, no. I haven't decided yet if you have to go through the other half to get to the merch manager yet.
All right.
Hey, I heard that Pep called you last week.
I did. He said,
let's talk about that conversation.
He said, what do you want? And I said, nothing, bud, just checking in. And he said, no, you want something.
No, every time he calls me, he wants me to be the middleman and pick something up from Morgantown to Pittsburgh. So I was just like, what the hell did you order now?
Oh, that's funny.
It's usually wine or cigars or some thing that he could pick up on his own, but now here I come.
And that's what you're doing with chasing birdies, bud. You're swooping in and you're saving the day.
I also think they should know that there's a rule with you that when Ryan asks me something, I ignore it. And then he asks me again, I ignore it again. He asks me again, I ignore it again. And then about the fourth time he's serious, so I get it. Because if I got everything he wanted, we'd have old 86 Broncos. We'd have houses in the woods. I mean, the guy has more requests than anyone.
Yeah, he's high maintenance. I mean,
but he doesn't want half the shit. He has a dream about it, and then he wants me to go get it the next day.
You're right. I rely a lot on you, bud. And you're stepping in now, dude. This is going to elevate your game.
Well, do you want to tell everybody about the T-shirt that's coming out?
Which one? The Unbelievable or the Chasing Birdies? The Chasing.
The one.
Yeah. Which one do you need to know about?
Well, no. We got to talk about your. I told you I want to do a silhouette of you, Funna. Okay. And do you want to explain to people how you got the name Funna?
When I was younger, I never partake in the drinking. And growing up, because my dad owned a bar, and I saw what it did to people, so I never had alcoholic beverage till I was 21, and they called me No Fun.
So then
and
it
evolved into that name.
Funna.
Yeah. So now Funna is an absolute staple in our region and in my life. So I want to do a T-shirt with you, which you know about, where we have the silhouette of you with earphones on.
Yep.
And
Funna.
Yeah, have Funna underneath it. And then put the old Chasing Birdies logo on the back center. I mean, you can rock that shit all day. And if somebody says, who's Funna? Or what's Funna? You're going to be like, that's me. Me. Right?
Sure.
That's right. All right, buddy. Well, listen, I took a chance to call you. I'm glad you answered. Glad you're up and at it. And I know you got to get to the office, but just wanted to catch a brief call with you. And
Hey, Funny, you have a good day today, right, bud?
All right, boys. I'll see you later.
all right, boys. Take care, Bubs. I'll see you.
Later.
There you go, guys. Chris Santor, a.k.a. Funna. He's part of the team.
He's pretty excited about it. You know, I think I got to work the relationship a little bit with you and him. I think we'll probably end up having to go to some type of counselor and sit down in a professional setting and say, look, you know, Jonathan is not a dick. How about the time that you came into the office and Funna's in my office and you're in my office and Funna's like, if you ever want to get on this golf course down in Oklahoma, I can get you on. And you go.
And all I asked was, is it public?
Yeah, you said, is it public or something like, what is it, a public course?
It might have been that.
And Funna blew a gasket, stormed out of my office, slammed his door. You're such a dick. I'll never talk to you again, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, he didn't even say anything like.
I didn't even say anything bad.
But that's the thing about you, Pep, that I think listeners probably don't. You know, there's a lot of people listening right now that know you, but they don't know you, okay? And the one thing I can say is that it takes a lot to get close to you, but, you know, there's people out there to say, you know, why is he such a dick to me? It's like, buddy, he's not a dick. It's just his personality.
And you're right.
And he's a good dude. And I think that's true for people that you know, too.
Yeah. What are you looking at me for?
Nothing. I'm talking to you. It's all good, dude. I don't think you're a dick at all. I love it. Not that I love you being a dick. I love the fact that you're not a dick, but people like have this preconceived notion that you're a dick. I mean, you might be sometimes, but that instance, you were not. Funna just was having a bad day.
Yeah, and I don't want him to have a bad day. I want to get him back on track. I want him to enjoy, smile, have fun, and I think this is gonna be good for him.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a good turning point for him. So, anyways, that's the fun side of things. Everybody, stay tuned for him because you'll get to know him a lot. You know, we'll probably have check-ins with him from time to time.
Yeah, guys, and this drops when you listen to this episode. We're going to be on a bird heading to Atlanta, playing a little golf. Ryan Bashauer, Brandon Katzif, and myself. We're heading down south, peg it up. Looks like we're going to be at either East Lake Golf Club or the Farm. So I just got a text. You were looking at me while I was.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm trying to
You're working, I know.
get us tee times here. Golf Now is booked. So, and then Friday we have the opportunity to go to Peachtree Golf Club, which
Yeah, you guys.
if you haven't played it, listeners, you probably will never play it because it's tough to get on. I mean, Ryan's never played and he can't wait.
I can't wait.
From what I hear from people, it's probably top 10 hardest tee times to get out there in the country. So we're really excited for the opportunity. Brandon and myself are going back, and then Ryan is a first timer.
Yeah.
And wait till you see this place, man. It is.
What makes
picturesque.
it so Peachtree Golf Club, everyone, is in Georgia.
It's just north of Atlanta.
What makes it so special?
Man, you don't even see it when you pull up. You don't even see it. It's just. It's in trees. Like, you literally pulling through bushes. I mean, I feel like the bushes seal back up after you drive through.
Yeah.
So, and then you get on property and just everything about the golf club. There is not a leaf. There is not a pine cone. There is nothing on the ground other than grass and pine straw.
Huh.
And the layout is incredible. The conditions, the greatest I've ever seen. So we're excited, and hopefully you guys enjoy this podcast while we're there, pegging it up and seeing some photos posted. But with it being this dropping on May 6th, you know what that means.
I think May 6th is, oh, yeah, it's a Thursday, huh?
Yeah, the 5th is Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
But with it being May 6th, when this drops, you know what that means.
What?
We're that much closer than ever guessed to Pete Dye.
Oh,
we
my
got
God.
we're inside 30 days, people.
All right, so, you know, we talk about Pete Dye all the time. Pete Dye Golf Club in Bridgeport is hell of a place. It's just epic. But member guest, started bringing this RV down 4 years ago, like this 40-foot tour bus type looking thing. And this year, not only do we have the RV, but Chasing Birdies picked up a couple pair of fat scoots. And if y'all don't know what fat scoots are, you better
Check
look it
them
up.
out.
It's PHAT, by the way.
You know what the kids call that? Pretty hot and tempting, huh?
Pretty hot and tempted. Yeah.
So the fat scoots, though, boys, we are going to be buzzing.
Yeah. Around.
So
I don't know how we're going to get these little things down there. I mean,
okay, so real quick, did you tell them about the RV? Yeah, you told them about the RV.
Yeah.
So, well, Ryan gets an RV every year, and the Rambler gets – Ryan can't see over the steering wheel. And that's not a short joke by any means. I'm not knocking – You can't see over the steering wheel, bud.
Right. Well –
So they deliver it. They set it up for us. We get there on a Wednesday, and the Rambler has everything.
Well, we had it stocked. I mean,
Yeah.
we had some beer stocked.
Yes,
That's what I'm getting
you're right.
at.
Yes, you're right. You are right about that. That was the best.
Yeah.
So we started that RV
2017,
2017.
yeah.
2018. It was 2018. The RV started. Ryan had the idea. Now more and more RVs are showing up. So this year we thought, well, we need to really step up our game and bring another something else to the table. And that's why we got these fat scoots coming. And you need to go check them out. Golf bag on the back, cooler right in front of the golf bag. You sit there, handlebars, got speaker, got a headlight, got a phone charger, got a place to hold the phone.
Correct. Probably a lot of things that we don't even know about.
4 different speeds. And guess what? They're going to bring it to the RV every morning, park them there for us. And that's how we're going to make our way around the golf course and the property. And I cannot wait because I'm going to have to wear a helmet between shots. Actually, I'll probably be wearing a helmet while I hit shots.
Bud, I actually think that I don't know if we're getting a speaker on it. And the only reason why I say that was because it was one of those like high-grade speakers, that they upcharge. And frankly, it didn't make any sense to do that. So I think we axed the Fat Scoot speaker per se, but we do have these little puppies coming to Pete Dye, and we will be out and about during a member guest riding these little scooters around property and, doing what we do, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. So Pete Dye member guest is the absolute best. And, I mean, just to tell you guys, you have to sign up. Brian's the member, and he had to sign up at 9 a.m. on a dot. And I think, by 9:02 a.m., they had 121 teams register?
Yeah, you had to have your entry in, like, at 9:02, you're out. 9:02, you're out, That's how fast it goes.
So you had to be Quick Draw McGraw to get in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Quick Draw McGraw. That's a good one. How's our old guest doing, man? Troshi, you talked to him at all lately?
Yeah, he's doing well. I mean, he is lighting it up.
Lighting it up.
So, and ever since he got on the podcast, he's been hot.
Yeah.
So they got a strong team, and I think that they could go pretty deep, and that's the thing too. Then we have JT Miller.
Yeah.
With the Vancouver Canucks. He's coming on after this episode. So he'll be on May 13th talking a little bit about what he likes to do in golf and hockey and racing cars and shooting bow and arrow and all that. So he's doing well. I don't think he's playing very much golf right now, Troch, that is. They're getting into the playoffs here soon. So,
well, I wish him the best, man. I'll tell you, ever since the pod, he really, really is taking off. Vince has been off the heezy right now, and I'm excited to have JT on. And what about our other old buddy, little Eric Tangrady?
I want him on because he loves and lives for the Pete Dye member guest. So I think that we should patch him in right now and get him to talk a little bit about it.
Let's see what he says.
Big Bash, what's up, brother?
Hey, my man.
Tango.
You're on.
JP.
Hey, bud. We're gonna bring you into the podcast and right now and talk a little bit about the Pete Dye member guest.
Yeah, we're on it right now.
Oh, right now, like, hey, how we doing? Let's get it going.
Yeah, bud. Just a couple minute thing. We're talking about the Pete Dye member guest, and we know that you are an essential piece to the whole puzzle. So tell us how you feel about it this year. How you feeling with your partner? You getting him? He's changed his putter up, by the way.
Yeah, we're on our fifth putter change in 3 years. We're working through some things mentally. With the budget for the mental coach has gone up for both of us significantly this year. I'll tell you this: I've played in some big stages, and nothing will give me the same anxiety and chills as the Heat Dye member guest shootout. I don't know if you guys remember last year.
Let's hold on for 1 second there, Eric. Let's talk about let's talk about the build up to Pete Dye member guest. Okay, you got invited for the first time 3 years ago?
3 years ago, yeah.
Yeah. So, and I always told you, I said, hey, bud, you ever get this look, you got to go. And has it lived up to its expectations or what?
I'll tell you this. People tell you everyone's member guest is the greatest thing in the world, right? Everybody hypes up their member guest. I've never heard of a guy who had a bad member guest. But what I will tell you is there's a lot of hype and a lot of anticipation to the Pete Dye member guest. And when you go through the gates, you get the views, right? Mm-hmm. You see the golf course, you see the views, and you are just taken away by the golf. And that's before you even park the car. Then you park the car, and you kind of get flashes in your brain that you might be at a Kenny Chesney concert down in Pittsburgh. I'm like, am I here to play golf, or are we partying? I don't know what's going to happen.
So the first year you had a rough patch. You guys didn't do much, all right? You were just feeling each other out, getting to know each other's golf games. What would you say, Eric, though, when your first year, would you said your team's biggest weakness was?
Jam. Just pure jam.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We just lacked jam. You know, you go up there, there's two parts to it. Mm-hmm. You know, you can't be Jonathan Pepe where you're trying to get, 10 hours of REM sleep every night just so you can go out and read greens and walk the course and check wind and all that stuff. You can't be on that spectrum, right? And then you can't be on the opposite spectrum of my good friend. We'll just call him JR, where you don't even have an alarm and you're sprinting in your boxers to the first tee box. So you got to find like that
somewhere in between there.
Yeah, and I think in year one I may have struggled with boxers to the tee box, more on that spectrum versus, the Jonathan Pepe of, make sure you're in REM and you get a dynamic warm up before your 9-hole match. So, you just got to learn about yourself, learn about each other. But, me and B, I couldn't get in Brandon's face in year one and be like, bud, put the phone down. Let's go, Right. But year two, no fear. Let's go. We're here to have fun. We're here to win.
That's the one thing. He denies the phone thing a lot. He diverts it and says, no, you're on the phone more. And I disagree. But so you go to year two and big things happen. You guys win your flight. You get to the shootout with us, actually, Ryan and myself.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us what's going through your mind on 10T.
Oh man. So I'll tell you what, it's like going through an emotional roller coaster, chasing the girl of your dreams. And then when you finally get her, you're so exhausted and mentally drained that you don't even know what to do with yourself when you're there. Right. So you spend 5 matches, you're working, you're grinding, you're doing this, you're sweating over putts, you're yelling at each other, you're down, you're up. Then you get to the shootout and you're just out of gas, but then adrenaline just starts pumping. So, we got 40 minutes till we're teeing off a number 10 at Pete Dye. And, Brandon, he's cool and calm in that situation. I'll give him that. He's looking at me. He's like, you want to tee off, bud? I'm like, sure. He asked me 5 minutes later, you still teeing off, bud? No. We probably went back and forth for 15 minutes on who was going to just hit the first tee shot on the 10th hole, which was probably the biggest waste of energy you can waste. And we can continue to go on to 11 if you'd like in that situation for me. But obviously I prefer we cut that part.
No, we need to, because for the listeners, Eric Tangradi has played in the NHL, has played in Russia, has played in the AHL. So he's played at the highest level of hockey. So for a hockey player to be in a shootout on the 11th hole, which means they advanced after the 10th hole. So we're on the 11th hole, and tell us what transpires here.
Yeah. So I'll build up to the 11th hole. You're watching golf on Sunday. the caddy, Jordan Spieth's caddy, comes over to him. He's like, we got 115 to the pin. You want to hit the 110 club? He's like, yeah. He's like, you got some adrenaline? And he goes, yeah. So, you just think, oh, okay, the adrenaline's going to add some yardage, right? Me as a hockey player, I've never heard of that in my life. What do you mean adding yardage because of adrenaline? I'm like, what? This is ridiculous. So I have a tee shot on 10 fairway. I got 175 yards on an upslope, and I got trouble all down the right side. I'm like, I'm gonna club up a little bit, swing smooth, and just play it left of the flag, right? So I think I grabbed 6-iron from that distance. If I didn't hit the longest 6-iron in my life, I think I hit that thing like 210 to the back of the green. Thank God it kept us in. But that whole adrenaline thing, it's real. I mean, I just hit a club 25 yards further than I normally.
Right.
So I get up to 11, and you're sitting there, everything's fine. All of a sudden they go, Tangrady, cat's up, you're on the tee. I'm like, oh shit, boys, that's me. Well, I grab the ball, try to put the ball on the tee, and my hands are shaking like people would look at me and be like, this guy's never played a competitive sport in his life. He is challenged in all levels. He's got no chance. And that's exactly what happened. Barely put the ball on the tee. Didn't even look where I was aiming. I'm just like, just get me out of this situation. Screw it. Yank one 50 yards right. Fortunately, we get a nice little bounce, and not going to throw my partner under the bus. Great player, great guy. The rest is history. But I think you might bring back to what happened, right?
Yeah. So
we ended there.
So yeah, let's rewind to the tee shot. Rewind to the tee shot. You're up on the tee. The nerves are going.
Yep.
I mean, you hit it probably 75 yards off the tee box.
Yeah, I mean, this is a par 5, right? Like par 5s aren't like the most demanding, like place the ball in the perfect spot of fairway. We just get it out there, boys.
Yeah.
We didn't get it out there.
Well, it's funny because I actually topped the tee shot there. I don't know if it was that year.
That was the year before.
The year before.
Which was beautiful.
Same
but
thing.
That one was in play.
We get up on 11 in the shootout, and I don't know why I was nervous, but maybe I wasn't even nervous. I picked up cold hard top, 10 yards, 20 yards. We ended up winning that hole anyhow in a shootout.
Well, I will actually, and this might be illegal, what I'm about to say, but Eric, it was hilarious to watch your partner trying to climb up a hill to look for a ball that was 40 yards. I mean, like the ball. Actually, that was after the second shot. Sorry, you found the drive, and Brandon had a 7-iron out, and I walked over to him, and I even said to him, "Hit a wedge." We were in it with you guys, and I said, "Hit a wedge."
We were getting a stroke, a mushy lie.
Yeah, just to get it out. And that 7-iron turned, and he hosel rocketed it so far right. It was quick, high, and right. Yeah. And he's climbing up the side of this hill.
But we look like a bunch of monkeys at the Pittsburgh Zoo, jumping from branch to branch up a slope of a hill to try and find a ball. We had no chance playing it.
Oh my God, that slope is so high. Yeah, that was a disaster.
So funny. But you guys bounced back, and you won your flight again this past year, which was October. And you advanced. Did you guys made it to 16? So you advanced pretty far.
Yeah, B hit that flop shot. Remember I got it on video.
Mm-hmm.
And that was all she wrote, boys. So you know what, Tango? You got about another month and a half, buddy. Now, actually less than that, like 5 weeks away, and you'll be back in a moment.
Yeah, working on like a little swing coach going, working on my game.
Do you? You got a swing coach?
Yeah, you pass. You learn from your past, right? If you go into PTI year 1 and you win, like the guys we know that won, I don't see them sniffing another playoff. They didn't appreciate the grind. They don't know what it's like to grind.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
correct.
I feel like we got enough callus build up, working on my game a little bit. I think I'm ready to go this year.
Well, what about the did we get proper length pants this year, or are we not wearing pants? What are we doing? Do you already have your
6'4", still 6'4", and we finally graduated to purchasing pants only online because, yes, Jonathan, the 36, 32s show my ankle bones, and everyone is very aware that that is not a good fit for me. So
Yeah.
we've graduated to the 36, 34. The ankles are covered. 2020 was the year of the jogger, but let's hope we can put that in the past and move on to the future.
No. Well, the good thing is that the member guest is in June this year, so I'll have shorts on. But you like to wear the pants, no matter the conditions. So you like the pants, and that's one thing for the listeners. Eric will show up with 6 different outfits, and he will wear all 6 different outfits for the matches. He likes to look good, feel good, and that leads to playing good, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine and pretend that I'm the PGA golfer when I show up. I might shoot 95, but people, when they see me playing, will be like, "Oh, wow, he must be good." You know? That's pretty good help.
So was there any time leading up to you getting the phone call from Brandon and Katzif, the invite, that you thought, I might not be playing this year, or I might be playing this year? I mean, what was going through your mind?
There's a lot of mix of emotions. There's some events that occurred in the past that may have ruffled some feathers. Last year, the event was, the boys' cars were packed and the trunks were slammed. We were ready to roll, and then we got a little call that the old thing pushed things back. But a little bit of a late invite this year. Not going to look too much into anything. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to create a little animosity, a little headline for the Pete Dye Press, Volume 5. I'm not gonna buy into that. Me and Brandon are in a great place, a great space. We're ready to rock.
That's awesome.
Oh my God, that's great.
We can't thank you for hopping on, Eric. We greatly appreciate it, and we're gonna do this again at the
Pete Dye, man. We're gonna have a little chow powwow.
Yeah. So
no, thanks. I mean, let the listeners know. Like, I just dropped my daughter off at school.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't even know why you guys were calling. So maybe you give me a little preparation next time. Let me get 1 cup of Joe in, so I don't sound like.
No, this is great.
This is fantastic, Eric. Off the cuff. You don't think about it too much.
We just got off the phone with our merch manager, Funna, so he's on this pod too. So this is a special episode for everybody. They get to hear Funna, they get to hear Eric Tangrady, they get to hear Jonathan and RB. I mean, it's a good one.
Yeah, between Funna and Eric Tangrady, just 2 individuals that when the sun's up, we're up and ready to rock and roll.
Mm-hmm.
Bright and early.
All right, boys.
All right, bud.
Keep killing it. We'll talk soon, all right?
Yeah.
All right, boys.
We'll see you, Bubs. So that's good, man. So at least him and B-Cats are back in the saddle again,
Yeah. That's a tandem you never want to see break up. They're just, Eric's 6'4", Brandon's 5'9".
Yeah. Is he?
5'10".
Right
know.
now.
He's taller than you, though.
But, yeah, barely. Barely, bud. I'm growing. But
so when we get our fat skates, do you think
mm-hmm.
Does the seat go up and down, or?
Yeah, I think it's adjustable. I had to ask that. It was an add-on feature because I didn't want to be in a position where I looked like I was riding one of those like high rider handlebar bikes. I want to kind of have the handlebars like at breast level.
Yeah, I get you.
So that's a lot of fun stuff, man. We got all kind of shit happening.
Yeah, Yeah, there's some other conversations going on with some companies right now, and we can't share that information until it actually happens, which hopefully it does. But yeah, we're gonna do more and more of this. I think we were talking maybe once a month, bring some friends in like Funna, who's running the merch. If you guys, I'm sure if you throw them a little money under the table, we'll probably give you free merchandise. That's nice. We'll be out of merchandise and no money to be made.
Right.
And then you throw in Eric Tangrady, which Eric's great. I mean, the
great
personality, and he just lives for the game of golf. So it'll be fun to have him actually on the podcast on Pete Dye's property.
Mm-hmm.
So,
by the way, that you traded in all my like junky stuff. I got $578 for that. It was great. My driver showed up on Tuesday, like a month early. Took it down to Pete Dye that night, smoking it. I mean, for me, I was smoking it.
So you like it, though?
I love it. Sim 2, I highly recommend. I'm coming from the M5. I threw the Titleist in there because I'm a Titleist guy by just being. I mean, I play all Titleist irons and woods and hybrids and wedges. But I got to break it to you guys. I mean, there's absolutely no comparison to the Titleist driver to the Sim 2 driver. The Sim 2 driver is on a different planet all day long. I mean, TaylorMade in general on their drivers is on a different planet, and I think that's why he got DJ, Rory,
Tiger,
J-Day,
Colin Morikawa.
Tiger.
All right, this isn't a TaylorMade podcast. Anyways, I'm glad it worked out for you. You got a little bit of credit back to the credit card. It's a no-brainer.
No-brainer.
It's really a no-brainer. So, again, if you want to head over to that company's website, trade on all your old stuff in and get some new stuff, it's worth it. I highly recommend it. Actually, and we've never done this, and people might not care. What's in your bag?
What's in my bag? I got so I was told by Titleist last year when I went to Carlsbad for a fitting. I was there twice, 2014, 2017, and 2020, that my launch angle with my 4-iron and 5-iron is absolutely atrocious. So they told me, Bud, hey, how about hitting a 4 and a 5 hybrid? So I carry around a 4 and a 5 hybrid, and at first I was like, you know what? I don't really care. People are going to be like, dude, why is your 5-iron a hybrid? It's because I hit the launch angle. It looks like a pitching wedge, all right? Except it goes 200 yards, sits like a baby. It's great. So I start off with the 4-5 hybrid. 6 through 9, I'm playing the MB or the CBs. And 46, 50, 54, and 58 wedges, all Vokey. Dropped the 5 wood, picked up the 7 wood with Titleist. Monster. Love it. Sits like a baby. And I got a 3 wood, Epic, Callaway, and now I'm playing the Sim 2. So my setup's great. Titleist Pro V1X ball.
Flat stick. What do we?
Cameron.
Well, there's some rumblings. There might be a change. So there might be a change coming, but we don't know.
It's going to have to, yeah.
It's going to be the right deal, right?
It's going to have to be the right deal, and it's going to have to fit, But based upon these people, I'm sure they can fit it. Anyways, right now it's Scotty. It's rolling
Good,
great.
man.
Rolling great. What about you?
I really don't change my irons ever, but for me, I have the SM8s 50, 54, 60 pitching wedge to 4-iron, the I210s, and then I have a PXG 2-iron that is a Canon.
Yeah, you guys, both of you, yeah.
And then I have the Sim 2 3-wood 13.5 degree, which is a rocket as well. And then I just put in the 8-degree Sim 2 driver and the Bettinardi flat stick. I was actually thinking about that yesterday. Bettinardi, I've had them in the bag for the last probably 8-10 years for my putter. And this putter has been in the bag the longest, 2.5 years for this putter.
Yeah, and that's a great putter for you. It's a really cool-looking putter.
So that's my bag.
You have an 8-degree driver?
So what I do is I high launch for my driver for everything that I have. So I have a 70-gram Mitsubishi shaft in there that I've gotten away from the Project X shaft, which I'm not sure about yet. And then I get the 9-degree head and crank it down to an 8.
Which is unbelievable because, and here I am using your word, you hit that thing on such a high launch angle for 8 degrees. I mean, if you see this thing, it looks like a rainbow. That's one of your most consistent clubs, so I'm glad to hear it, especially now with all of our tournaments coming up.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, this has been awesome.
This is fun. Guys, that's the bottom line.
We're just having fun with it.
Yeah.
Hopefully give you some music to your ears while you're in the car sitting at a red light, driving home from work, whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm.
And again, get those followers up.
Yeah.
I really don't want to have to get a tattoo on my butt cheek, but I will if I have to. So get those followers up. Make sure you tell your friends. Again, we're going to run some contests coming up.
Yeah, we're going to get some new promos going.
We have some new merchandise coming in.
Uh-huh.
We'll be sure to give some of it away, and there'll be some new promo codes coming out.
Yeah.
But, yeah, bud, I'm really excited for Atlanta. So,
well, hopefully we play well. Our next episode, we don't know who we're dropping yet.
yeah, we've already said JT Miller.
Oh, yeah, JT Miller. Next episode, next week. We'll give a big thanks over there to Simpler Media for putting this thing together. And all y'all listeners out there, appreciate the love. Give us a follow at Chasin_birdies at Instagram, or on Instagram, I'm sorry. ChasinBirdies25 on linksoul.com for some gear. And we'll catch you on the flip side.
Yes, sir. Be good. Be safe. Be healthy.
See y'all.